Hey y'all, welcome. My name is Jody Teresa. I am a channel, psychic, intuitive, and here to deliver a message. And there's been a theme for this collective of an up-leveling of self, a shedding of the old. And what I was hearing to share today is this comeback is personal. But what I loved, the twist with this comeback, is that it's personal for you. Like, it's not about rubbing it in other people's faces. Like, sure, you want to be your best version of yourself to show other people how great you are, right? But it's for you. And what I was getting to is that you are really embodying how to respond differently, and you're doing so much to reprogram and choose differently in every single moment, and you are able to shift. You're shifting so much. It's so exciting. And okay, sorry, I'm getting all like geeking out, but there was also this message that I got that you're going through, it's not like, I heard tests, but then it was like, it's not like the universe is testing you like, let's see if they're going to get this right. It's more like there's this energy that's remnants of the old you in your frequency, in your field, that you're still releasing, right? But you're shedding that energy. And there's these experiences in your reality that are being reflected in your quantum field that are reflecting this old energy. And the way this is like a test for your soul, we'll just call it a test, is it's for yourself to move through. And since you are at a higher percentage of embodying your higher self and not those old patterns, that old, ego-based consciousness, you're able to respond completely differently. And the main point of this message is these people, I'm hearing that you like are calling out people that are being passive aggressive, and like, there's that kind of behavior is just rude and like stuff like that. That's like, this is childish and immature, and like, can we be real and have a conversation? So you're calling the kettle black. You're actually speaking up, speaking your truth. And these people are like denying, deflecting, diminishing. And they're trying to gaslight you into saying like, oh, well, you're just not understanding what I was saying. Like, I didn't mean it like that. And you, my dear, you see so clearly, and you've always seen so clearly. Like in the past, these type of people, you would have second guessed yourself and said, oh, maybe I'm being too much. Maybe I'm being crazy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Now, if there's any wavering within you, Spirit wants you to know those feelings and impressions that you had about this person were correct. You were right. Like, you can read their explanation of how they weren't doing that, but you can feel the energy, and that is not a lie, right? The energy and the perception that you have of the situation. All of this talk means nothing. Actions are the primary way to show, right? So you read the actions and you read the energy, and you don't need anything else, right? You're trusting yourself, and Spirit wants you to trust yourself more with this, okay? So if there's this wavering happening, this message is for you, where it's like, no, baby boy, baby girl, you're doing it perfectly. And Don't question yourself whatsoever, okay? Don't let these people gaslight you. And I know it can be challenging to cut away what no longer serves, but that is just keep on keeping on, because something beautiful is coming. And when you continue to allow yourself to be in that higher frequency embodiment of your higher self, you're going to see where the things are not in alignment, what hasn't been working. And these little tests that are coming up that are just like, ooh, does this frequency, does it still match? It's literally, if you think about the quantum field, it's like you're shedding that old energy, right? So the quantum field is like, ooh, there's that old energy. Here's a situation. And this is your chance to show God's source consciousness, which is within you and reflected in the quantum field, that, oh, I no longer do that anymore. That's an old me. So I respond this way now. I stay in my power, and I don't have time for that. So in the past, where you may have like tried to stand up for yourself, prove your point, convince the other person of why you're right and why you need to be understood for your perception. Ollie, this is my cat. You're not doing that anymore, or you're being urged to not do that anymore. Cut it off and respectfully bow out, right? Like, absence is the move. You speak up about whatever you see that's the frequency mismatch, because then that gives an opportunity for resolve, conversation, expansion, and growth. But if the other person is not willing to do so, can't make anybody do that. So you see the truth, trust yourself, and move along, okay? Because then when you show the quantum field this energy that you're embodying of, oh no, I really do know my power. And that's where this level up is personal. It's literally personal for you, because when you fully embody your higher self right now and move into this level up in every cell of your being, embodied in your everyday life, you are changing your whole trajectory, your whole life. And when we're moving through it, it can be challenging, right? It's just like, I just got the image. I love to go to the gym and lift weights. Sometimes it's hard to make ourselves go, right? I used to play sports when I was younger. Practice can be difficult, but when we see the results, like when we're in playing the sport or after the gym, I feel amazing, because we're putting in the work to then see the results of how my body feels, how I feel in my body, my health, all of the things, right? All of the secondary benefits of working out. And this is the secondary benefit of you moving through this difficult time and shifting into your power more and more. Life is going to get so magical and beautiful. You don't even know what it's going to look like, right? And you're not supposed to know what it looks like. You're supposed to follow the quantum compass of your heart in every now moment and acknowledge and honor that, so that you can be expanded and led to the next step. God, source, like when you embody your authenticity, your higher self, you allow the quantum field to reflect back to you what is in resonance, right? If you're going to be in that like worry, fear, anxiety, those old patterns, because those want to creep back up, right? That's when we start to embody those, it's like that's when the quantum field is going to reflect those situations back. So it's like we need to, the guidance here, I just got a big image of a stop sign. It's like, stop. When you recognize that you're moving into old patterns or beliefs are creeping up, just stop yourself. Stop. Gotta get out of that, because I want to be creating and manifesting what is in my highest alignment. And we don't want to be judging ourselves either, because sometimes we have things that we are really stuck in, right? So baby steps, like how are you taking steps to shift that energy? How are you taking your power in every now moment? If you recognize that you are going into fear, how can you move out of fear and into empowerment? Okay. Tapping exercises are really great. They work with the meridians. Doing that helps shift the energy. Another tool and technique is to take 4 deep breaths in and out. Like that helps reset your nervous system. So gathering what works for you and using it, utilizing it, because you have so much power in this now moment. And our society is rampant with raising and supporting and fostering this viral programming of victim consciousness, where people outsource all of their power to someone outside of themselves that's going to save them, right? It's in the medical field, like, ooh, take this pill, you'll be fine. It's in religion with the dogma of religion. I think there's beauty in all the mystical side of religions, but when it gets into the practice and the dogma controlled by man, not men specifically, but humans, that's where it gets messed up, right? Like, oh, Jesus saves your sins, died for your sins, he will save you. It's like, well, actually, the teachings of Jesus are to be a good person and be accountable. Not just like you go to church and it makes you all good. Not exactly. So, our society has made people believe that they're victims and they need something outside of themselves to save them, but actually, it's coming back to yourself where you realize that you have the power. God source energy exists within you, and this quantum field mirrors that God source energy that you are expressing. So listening, tuning in to what is your authentic expression. Are you an artist? Are you a singer? Are you a mechanic? Do you build things with your hands? Are you a carpenter? Are you a quantum energy healer like me? Are you a psychic channel? Are you meant to teach people things on YouTube? Are like, what lights you up and ignites you? Because those are the little sprinklings and inklings that your soul is guiding you to take action towards. What lights you up and excites you is the breadcrumbs, are the breadcrumbs. So listen and follow them, because you're meant for so much. And what lights and excites you can be how to be the best baker, how to be the best homemaker, how to clean a house the best, like teaching people how to do that, or just doing it, how to garden. Like, what is it, right? We all have different goals and dreams because your higher self encoded your being as a blueprint in this lifetime with those dreams and desires and what excites you, because that's what you're meant for. A lot of times people with their dreams and desires, they say, oh, well, it's really silly, but I want to make pottery. And like say it with so much shame. And it's like, why has that been programmed into us that following our dreams is stupid, right? Because we're told, you can't have a career doing that. You know how many people think I'm batshit for like wanting to share messages, channeled messages on YouTube and do quantum energy healing sessions? Probably so many, but that's not my business. My business is to follow that internal guidance, because when I do, my life is aligning in beautiful ways and magic is occurring, and I'm listening to that guidance, and You can't make it up when things continue to fall into place and you magnetize more and more abundance and beauty. That's you really getting in alignment with your authentic expression and listening to what you're guided to. And it's God's source energy, your angels, your guides. We all have a team of guides that are here to support. We have our higher self and then a team of guides. And then God's source energy that's in everything, right? Consciousness. That's what I kind of think of it as, at least. But we all, yeah. You're meant for great things. And the people that are meant to experience your gifts are literally waiting for them, okay? So stop holding yourself back. Stop telling yourself it's stupid or it's not a good idea. That is the old viral programming of this world that, quite frankly, is kooky and crazy, and so much viral programming around fear and, right? Like that's a control mechanism, being in fear. When our bodies are in fear, we can't be in a growth state. We're in fight or flight. Our cells are in lockdown. We go into dis-ease emotionally and then disease physically. So acknowledge that you are in the collective, at least, that is on the front runners, right? In shifting this reality. So the people that you are cutting out or no longer in vibrational resonance with, they're going to go through they're on their own path, and it's okay exactly where they're at. We're not going to be in a place of judgment, but just acknowledging that they're not for you right now, and that's okay. So taking those like judgment out of it so you can just move forward. It's not personal, it's vibrational. I recently had a situation with someone where it's not a vibrational match anymore, and I was starting to get like so worked up about it. And this happened a few months ago, and I spoke my truth and like was just met with resistance, and there was no way to move forward. And I was really hoping there would be a way to move forward, and it didn't happen. And I can't make someone see where I'm coming from. So it just, we're gonna just not be friends anymore. The energy's different, and that's okay. Getting to this place where I feel so much lighter, actually, and seeing the aftermath of it as time goes on is like, okay, it literally opens up the energy in the space for new connections to come in. And I've already seen that start to happen. So we hold on to the idea of what that connection was, right? We're like mourning the idea of what it was going to become. But we need to embody the now of what the energy was showing you and how you needed to release because it was no longer a vibrational match. It's not personal, it's vibrational. Should we do a message? I was looking at the Oracle of the Roses. I'm going to do that. Oh, my Lanta. Should I take... We need this one. This sensualist was the one that, like, was down and up. Is that the one I need to take? The sensualist and the caregiver are the ones that flew out. I know I didn't even, like, should I take this one? Okay, I'm getting a yes on both of them. So what I'm getting with the sensualist is, like, how can you embody sensuality in your life, right? So it's like enjoying every single moment, because that really is programming your whole being to attract more of that joy and love and sensuality. Sensuality can be you like, enjoying your food, enjoying your sleep, enjoying your bath, relaxation, like your walk, your time in nature, the cold snow, like whatever it is, enjoying those tiny moments and having gratitude. The other card that came out is the caregiver. And with this, it's like, it's time, because this pattern that has been passing away is the people pleaser. So the caregiver energy I'm hearing is for you, right? This comeback is personal for you. You need to be putting that caregiver energy on you. What does your inner child want to do? What does your inner child want to do right now? Does it want to watch a movie? And have you made yourself wrong for watching movies and shows? Let yourself do that, okay? Like always, everything in balance. But you know that. You're part of this collective. You already, we don't need to teach you, because you've gotten to this point in your growth. So you need to let your hair down a little bit in the way of like, what's going to bring your inner child joy? Is it gonna, like, do you need to go get an ice cream? Do you need to make cookies with your best friend, your daughter, your partner? You need to get like a creative in the kitchen and make something really fun for dinner? What is it? Do you need to do some artwork? Like, do it. Whatever you feel called to, do it. That's it. We're gonna leave the message there. So this comeback is personal for you and your future timeline. Oh, I'm hearing to also tell you to ask your future self for the guidance that you need to become right, we're in the quantum field, and there's many realities that exist. All realities, all potentials exist now in the quantum theory, right? So your dream version of self that you want to be exists now. So ask that future self version of you what you need to know now. Ask it to give you the downloads, the mental information, the signs, the goalposts. Like, ask for it and it will come. I've done it. Do it. All right. Love you guys. If you feel called to work with me, I do quantum energy healing sessions that are really powerful at shifting emotions, patterns, beliefs, things where you feel stuck. It shifts the energy where if something feels like, I feel stuck here and it's not moving, it's really powerful in moving the energy. So you can find my website link in the bio and description box. Love you. You're doing so good. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay.